Good morning, foodies. I'm making some breakfast. I don't know if y'all are watching the potato cleanse. I'm not doing that, but I'm inspired to eat more potatoes, so I'm making me some hash browns. Those actually look like they're almost done. And then I'm cut up 2 really big, beautiful, ripe mangoes, and I'm going to add some coconut water to this, and I'm going to have hash browns and a little mango smoothie for breakfast today. Sorry for the weird angle. I'm using my tripod on top of something. You know, grip stuff. Anyway, so I don't know how you guys clean your George Foreman grills, but once it's done, it's still nice and steamy hot. So what I do is I get one of my unpaper towels and I get it nice and wet, and I don't wring it out that much. And I'll go ahead and open this up. Lay this inside. Shut the lid, and then I just kind of let it steam. So kind of get up any of the kind of crusty bits, and then I just wipe it out, and it actually does a really good job. And yes, it gets very hot when I do that, so I'll go ahead and put on my rubber gloves or use like a pot holder or something like that. So that just seems to help. I'm going to let that steam for a minute. There's my hashy browns. I like them a little bit browner than this, but in order to get it that way, I'd have to like really stir them around and take my time, and I don't want to. A really good way is Jenny from Team Broccoli made hers, and she did hers in the pan, and she put in her layer of potatoes, and she like smushed them down with a spatula really good and just let them get like super golden, and then turned it out onto a plate, flipped it over, put it back in the pan, smushed it down again, let it get nice and golden brown. So no oil, no fat of any kind, and she had this crispy looking like hash brown cake. It looked amazing. So that's what I want, but I'm lazy, so this is what I get. Alright, it sounds like the steaming is coming to an end. Kind of wait till it stops steaming, sorta. That way you know it's kind of done doing its business. And then I'm just going to put on gloves. Hope I don't melt anything. So you see it's nice and steamy. And then I'll just wipe it out. And then when it's cool, if you want, you can use some cleaner on it if you want to wipe it down with some cleaner. But this seems to get pretty much everything out. Some nice hot, steamy water on this towel, you know. I haven't had any problems, and because it's non-stick, I don't think stuff sticks to it. But again, if you want, maybe what I actually have done, and I actually kind of forgot that I did this because I haven't used my Foreman in a while, is I would do this, and then after it dried, I would take some of my orange vinegar cleaner, and I would just spray it either on here directly or on a towel, and just wipe it down for just a little bit of added cleaning benefits. Make me feel like I'm getting all the germs and stuff off of it. But, I mean, this gets everything off. If you do it right after you're done using it, I mean, what did that take? Just a couple of minutes, and it's done. So now I just need to let it cool down, and then I'll just rinse this off and throw it in the wash, and boom, you're good to go. Actually, since I didn't use the whole outside of this, it'd be a good time to wipe this puppy down too. And since it's still hot, all the stuff on the outside comes off a little bit easier too. So, yeah. I don't know, I'm cleaning a little bit today, but not a lot. Y'all know I'm lazy, so that's alright. I did do the dishes this morning. Yay for me. And I am going to be prepping some meals for the week a little bit later today as well. So, let me get my breakfast on, and I will talk to y'all later. Hey foodies, I'm back. I'm making some more of that creamy macaroni that I made before. That got the sauce in there, and I actually remembered this time I boiled my veggies first, and then I'm using that water to boil my pasta in, so the water did double duty. So I'm going to blend up my sauce here and adjust that, and I'm going to show you another recipe a little bit later. I'm not going to actually show you this recipe because I've made a video about it before, so I will link that below. Well, that's finishing boiling. The sauce is done, and it's good. Yeah, done and good. I just finished filming a video, and I finished posting another video. So, woo, I'm being productive. I've had 3 days off in a row from work, so I'm trying to be like productive and get stuff done and all that good stuff. The video that I just posted that'll be up before this one, I think both of those videos will be up before this one, but the one that I just posted was the vegan candy bar taste test. So if you have not seen that yet, y'all need to go check that out. And my husband's in that one, so it's kind of fun. So this is almost ready, and then I will decide if I'm going to make the other recipe now or have a little lunch and then make that recipe. I'll probably eat first. Next on the agenda is to make some black bean enchiladas, and this is just a list of recipes I had my husband go through. He went through the Plant Pure Nation cookbook, and I wrote down all the recipes that looked interesting to him, and we're just doing a little bit of meal planning for the next couple of weeks. We're going to try to stick to it. Last night we were supposed to have mashed potatoes for me and Thai burgers for him, but we ended up doing stuff so late that we ended up just going to Taco Bell. Yeah, I know, not good choice. But anyhow, so other things we're gonna try to do, Sloppy Joe's. I'm also going to make, and I just made the mac and cheese, and I had some of that for lunch, but I'm gonna save the rest for us for the next couple of days. And then I'm also making the enchiladas from Plant Pure Nation. So this was just a rough idea of what we were going to do for the rest of the week, and then the stuff with the little bullet points was the stuff that we needed. I actually didn't need corn tortillas because I misread the recipe. I could have used the ones that I had here, but that's all right. So now I got a bunch of corn tortillas, and I suppose I can just pop them in the freezer. So this is the ones that we're making. It's the black bean enchilada bake. Looks pretty simple, pretty easy. Obviously, if you pause the video, you can see the ingredient list, but I always like to say go ahead and buy the book instead of me just giving you the recipes. You want to support people like this, and that way you also have this for inspiration for yourself too, and there's a ton of recipes in here. So alright, I'm gonna go start prepping everything. I'm not gonna make this a formal cooking video. I'm gonna try not to. I'm just gonna go prep everything and just kind of show you how I put it all together. Alright, let's take a tour of kind of what I've done up to this point. I have the stove heating to 350, or the oven heating to 350, water sauteing some onion and garlic. It also calls for jalapeno, but I can't handle heat, so I didn't put any in here. And then I just got all my other veggies prepped. Calls for a cup of tomatoes. I bought 3, and I cut the core out of that one, so that one's going to need to go in the fridge, but that looks like enough tomato. It's actually a little bit more than a cup. Got some black beans, some corn, I've got some seasonings, so I've got some salt and pepper, some chili powder. I think that's the only seasoning it calls for is chili powder. And then over here I've got my pan ready. It calls for fresh spinach and for you to wilt it down, but I'm just going to use frozen spinach and thaw it out. And then it calls for salsa, but we wanted to go ahead and just do a more traditional enchilada sauce instead, and it's mild, so that's a good thing for me. And then since it's like a casserole type of thing, I have these little mini tortillas. I can actually use those to line the bottom of the pan, but I went ahead and I bought more tortillas thinking I needed to roll these up. So I mean, I could roll them up, but doing it casserole style just seems so much easier. Alright, so it's actually almost ready to put together. I just gotta saute all that stuff together, and then I'll start creating the layers. Okay guys, the remainder of the ingredients for the filling are in here, and it says to let it saute for another 5 to 10 minutes, so that's what we're gonna do. It smells really good. You can smell the lime and the chili powder. Usually when I try a recipe for the first time, for the most part, I'll try to follow it like exactly as it says, minus anything like allergies or food preferences, so like the jalapeno I have to leave out type of thing. But everything else I've pretty much followed to the letter. And I like to do that first for a recipe, just so I can see if it needs to be adjusted. I don't know, I just kind of like to give the original recipe a chance before I go and start messing with it. Alright, so I'm going to let this saute, go relax for just a minute, and then I'm going to start putting all the layers together. Alright, so I've started to layer it. I have a can of the enchilada sauce on the bottom, some tortillas, then the corn and bean mixture, and then just a 1/4 cup of Daya cheese sprinkled over the top. That's just for some added creaminess. Of course, you can leave it out. I don't mind it baked into it because it's going to melt into it and give it a little bit of creaminess. And then my next layer is my spinach that I just finished thawing and smushing out so it'll be drained. I'm going to put that on top, and then another layer of tortilla, and then another layer of enchilada sauce. Here it is, ready to go in the oven. You can see the layers a little bit. There's just a lot of sauce, and that's a good thing, I think. There we go, a little bit better. Not focusing. And it says you can top it with another 1/4 cup of the Daya cheese, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to go ahead and cover it with foil, pop it in the oven, and I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out. And now it's time to clean this mess. Hey foodies, sorry if it's a little loud in here. I got the dishwasher going. I didn't want to stop it because it's in like the rinse cycle. Anyhow, this is the final product. It looks so good. I want to dig in right now, but I'm prepping this so we have food for later in the week. Oh, it smells so yummy in here. I cannot wait to try this. So, y'all give this a try. Again, it's from the Plant Pure Nation cookbook. And I tasted the filling before I put it in here, and it was very flavorful, especially with just that little bit of chili powder, and the lime juice was really good. And then over here I have some of the mac and cheese. That'll be enough for a couple of meals, and then that's my lunch for tomorrow. I just like to call it more like mac and peas or creamy macaroni. So that's what I'm having for lunch tomorrow. And my husband should be home soon. I guess I could actually talk to you instead of you staring at my food, which probably isn't a bad thing though. My husband is on his way home, so I'm probably going to go ahead and end the video for today because he got maybe 3 hours of sleep if he was lucky last night. So I just want to let him relax and not have the camera out and all that good stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching, and hope you all have a good rest of your week, and I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks for watching. Bye! Hi. So in my grocery haul the other day, I showed you that we bought these bourbon barbecue chicken Pringles, and I thought it was gonna just taste like barbecue potato chips. It's weird. It smells a little bit and it tastes a little bit like barbecue chicken. That's weird. Like, it's been almost 2 years since I've had meat, and that's kind of what it tastes like to me. I don't know if I want to continue eating them. So just be forewarned if you want to try this. I don't know. It kind of tastes like barbecue chicken to me. It's weird. Yeah, I just wanted to add that in there for you. I don't know. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Y'all have a good day. Bye.